Alright, I think we're live now. Fucking finally. Think we're live. Alright, we are here with Chris Chan and Chill on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Took me a second to figure it out. For some reason, it just didn't look like it wanted to connect. So we're connected, we're live, we're good to go. Let me check the volume. Yep, I think we're good to go. Seems like the internet connection's a little bad, but I think we are
Connected, we're live.
Enough. And you guys should be filing here very shortly. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Yep, we're good. Chan and Chill, people. Chan and Chill. All right, let's go ahead and start. And I'll wait for you guys to feed up in here.
On Thanksgiving, 2010, after writing to Christian several strongly worded emails criticizing him, Jackie sent him a short, simple greeting asking about how he spent his holiday. He wrote back saying that he had a pleasant Thanksgiving and that he disapproved of her way of telling the truth, which hurt him, stating that she was exceeding his hurtful truth level. In response, Jackie sent a lengthy email rebutting his claims of not being egotistical and selfish, and complained about his negative opinions concerning socializing over the internet, when he made no effort in making friends in real life. You've just written a large email telling me that you basically want to forget about me because email is inconvenient and because I don't kiss your ass enough. Once again, sterling display of reciprocity you show there, Chris. Everyone is supposed to be nice and sympathetic to you, but you don't care what others think or feel or need. So anyway, if you want to go your whole life without having to face the truth about yourself, that's fine. Just accept that you won't be respected as an adult and that you won't be getting a girlfriend or sex, ever. After this hour exchange, there was a 2-week gap in communications between Chris and Jackie until December 7th, when she wrote a brief email asking how he was getting along and whether he had made any progress in socializing in real life or if he was still sitting at home playing video games all day. Chris sent her a reply.
There's nothing wrong with playing video games all day.
Hey Jackie.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, currently, I'm not making much progress in making new friends, but I have been going out more.
I'll do it for
I'm still frozen and clammed up in mass public. And for your information, I said socializing on the internet was bad, not the whole internet in general. Yet while I do sometimes play on PS Home, a social gaming network, I still am frozen in that public setting with my avatar, and I mainly focus on the single player exploring and play. How are
it's
things
so
with
crazy,
you and
like
Lars?
the amount of combos that he gets himself into.
Christian. Jackie informed him that Lars was still in addiction counseling, but was doing well, and suggested that Chris should return to the social media site Facebook to socialize by joining a group, since it was apparently near impossible for trolls to bother him there.
Great.
After this correspondence was another breaking emails until Jackie wrote to him again on December 19th, asking about his current situation. After not getting a reply, she sent him 2 emails a couple of days later, sarcastically implying that she thought that he was too busy socializing to respond to her. She then sent him a link to the online dating website, We Waited, which catered to virgins who sought
We
other
Waited?
virgins.
Is that a real website?
Since the site had a very strict identity confirmation process, Jackie said that there would be no way for trolls to set up a fake account on it. The following day, Chris finally replied, stating that he still had trouble socializing in real life. In addition, he told her that his avatar on PlayStation Home was being followed by trolls. He added that for Christmas, he wished that both the Quickie and Encyclopedia Dramatica completely disappear so then he wouldn't be portrayed as a monster anymore. Christmas of 2010 came and went.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Note occurring. By the start of January 2011, organized trolling efforts had all ceased. However, trolls continued to observe and record Christian's video game spending and playing habits via his online gaming profiles, noting that he spent a considerable amount of time playing DC Universe Online and Little Big Planet too. Also, during the first month
I still
of
never
the
played
year,
a Little Big
Chris
Planet.
planned to attend the music and gaming festival MagFest in
Oh,
Alexandria,
MagFest. I've been to
Virginia,
MagFest before.
and meet up with someone who was possibly named Rebecca, an online gal pal portrayed by the same troll who had previously played the parts of
What's up,
Emily
Project Borden?
and Kim Wilson. On January 15th, he wrote a lengthy email to her, letting her know that he had to cancel his plans because he was pressured to do so by his parents. Yesterday, in a final, childish attempt, I gave my mom and dad the autistic treatment. Silent, deaf, and no eye contact, which wrecked a family outing to country cookin' that afternoon. After getting back home, she came up to my room and in an angry, sad tone told me sarcastically, "Go on your trip, but at least take 2 blankets with you to keep warm." Then she left crying. Then my father came in a few minutes later, telling me of us 3 bang a hole and what would happen if one leaves, and informed me that due to the crap on the internet against and about me from the trolls and what I uploaded, as well as my real events between PVCC, the mall, the cops, and all that shit, plus being psychologically matched to the high school and
Just
college
let me watch
dropouts
Project
who shot the
Forum.
people in
Never
Arizona,
seen any of this,
and the
please.
great number of people locally and worldwide who hate and loathe me. Legally, I am a sitting duck. Auntie told me of Mom saying she was going to pack up and leave the house. Then I ran downstairs, finding her on the couch. She was so miserable and sad. She talked of wanting to die. "You don't even have to change my clothes. You can just bury me in what I have on." I was so sad and crying and so sorry for the way I misbehaved. We hugged and made up a bit. Then I went back upstairs and told Dad she was lying on the couch. Then I opened my DSI's notebook app and drew up a 3-circle pyramid diagram of me, Mom, and Dad, analyzing all 3 aspects, and I felt more sad. I saved the app, turned the handheld off, turned off the TV, grabbed my quilt, wrapping it around my head, and I sat up to my scrunched sleep position on the couch. But I did not go to sleep. I cried and cried some more, which led me to move to my bed, still with quilt on my head. I laid face down into my pillows and cried a lot more. I felt very miserable and realizing that at this point my only reason for being was to keep this falling apart family together. And even worse, I lied to you in the email I sent to you post-father and pre-notebook writing. I called up Rocky and talked to her about the situation because I needed someone to talk to immediately.
What's up, Anthony
Pre-quote,
Smith? How you doing?
I felt worse than shit. A few minutes later, Mom calls me on my cell to check on me. I tell her how miserable I was. She came upstairs. I was on the bed, in fetus position, with quilt on my head.
Fetus
I did not feel
position.
like showing my face. She sat by my side, rubbed my back with one hand in comforting attempt, confiding in me moments of similar events that happened to her. I eventually sat up with her, and we shared a good, long cry with tissues. Then we went up to Walmart for groceries at about 8 after finishing our cry and recovering. Points are, my family and I do not have any friends and outside
Abe Lincoln
family
doesn't
to
have a
depend on.
comprehensive
Mom
history.
and Dad's relatives gave us constant cold shoulders, thinking they're royalty when really they're no better off. And any friends were either dead, left behind in Midlothian, or alive and giving us cold shoulders too. They will never feel at ease with me going anywhere more distance away than Charlottesville or Ruckersville, not unless they actually know and have met in person any people of my acquaintance, including you. I am very sorry, and at the Destinaton, unless they are sure it is okay and safe for me to be around or stay at, I'm still a legally sitting duck, troll setup paranoid and such. And also, Mom treated me to half payment of a copy of DC Universe Online to make up for not allowing me to go. Even after that, I still feel low as shit. I am so sorry to you for lying to you about the recent sickness
Some
and making
Nintendo mail.
destined to fail promises. But family does come first. And it does say in the
Make
commandments
sure you guys hit
and
that like
Bible
button.
to
We
honor
got
thy
19
mother and
people in here,
father,
but only
and
5
I must
likes.
further insist on
What
you
the
and
hell?
my parents meeting in person and talking in good faith and confidence.
Or as
After
Chris
this
Boers would
email,
say, what the
Chris
hell?
withdrew himself even more and failed to pick up incoming phone calls from supposed gal pals, out of shame and also out of fear of talking to possible trolls. On January 23rd, he wrote an email to another gal pal who was portrayed by the same troll, apologizing for not talking with her over the phone. He explained that he was still feeling miserable over his scrapped travel plans and was falling asleep and waking up very early. He added that he recently volunteered at his church, which was at the time providing accommodation to the homeless as part of the Paysom seasonal homeless shelter program. He loaned out his Sega Dreamcast game console for the evening so that the homeless could play it. He also helped serve food to them.
What's up,
Chris told the
James? I'll
gal
say
pal
that if you
he
give
would
me
have
a
volunteered
dollar.
again the following day, but couldn't bring himself to go there again due to his depression and extensive gameplay of Little Big Planet 2. He noted that the game was encouraging him to think creatively again, coming up with new storyline ideas for his Sonichu characters in the form of playable levels
I'm not a
in the
monkey.
game.
I'm not a parrot.
Nevertheless,
You
he
gotta give the
remains
parrot a
doubtful of
cracker
being worthy
before
of
it
talking with her over
does
the
the
phone
trick.
for the time being. In early February, Chris got a urinary tract infection, causing him many restless nights. During this time, he treated himself with antibiotics prescribed by his doctor while being forced to stay at home. He mentioned in an email that his mother was quite helpful to him, who on at least one occasion brought him cartons of orange juice and chocolate soy milk to make him feel better.
Chocolate soy milk.
When he felt
yuck.
healthier, Chris continued to work on his Little Big Planet levels, which included a series of movie-like animation levels talking about his life and autism, for which he would provide a narration track. On February 9th, he completed his animation showcasing his collector's case system on Little Big Planet 2.
Hello, and welcome to the tutorial of the collector's case in Little Big Planet, originally created by Christian Weston Chandler. I'm your host, Sonichu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon, and today we are
He
going
made a
to tour the
Sonichu on Little
collector's
Big
case,
Planet?
which was originally created in Little Big Planet and now being revamped in Little Big Planet 2. If you recall the arcade level in Little Big Planet 2, which is the first level in the final zone of the game, you will notice the arcade machines, where if you play the mini games a little bit, you would unlock a prize, which is dropped from the top of the machine. That's essentially called a drawer system. And I use that technology similarly
Technology,
here in
he
the
says.
LBT, Little Big Planet 2 version of the collector's case. Okay, before we go up, we'll talk about the individual parts. Dissolve part, dissolve
What's up,
shell.
Craig?
Put your number of
Yeah,
holes
we're
behind
back.
these, and you can drop them down all at once. You can either put the bubbles in up top or remove the front temporarily by moving it forward and then sticking it back after you put the bubbles in place. One bubble for each square. And the shells here made up with a thin layer on the front, a thin layer on the back, and an inner-outward switch, which is obvious right there. Check your tutorial on that. Okay, so we are in the box.
He really went in depth
Yes,
and made a lot of
yes,
creative
yes,
shit on some of
yes.
these games, didn't he?
This button, any button? There's a key. Or whatever. Anything you want? It's your box. Put your box together. Hold with it. Swing around. Collect the bubbles. Bubbles all down. You met this. Make them drop. Drop them as you go.
What's up, goblins? How you doing?
That's essentially it for the stuff. So yeah, you can also back these up onto your hard drive or move them from the internet. Do what you want. Yay! Everybody have a safe day.
You mean stream Call of Duty from Fortnite? Yeah, it's been a while since I streamed a game.
On February 13th, Christian finished his 6-part so-called autism tutorial, a selection of animation-based levels in Little
Autism
Big Planet
tutorial.
2, in which he talks about autism and his personal experiences with the condition.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian Weston Chandler, alias Christopher, and I am autistic. I'm functionally autistic. In this animation, with Wikipedia facts and book diagrams, and in my own words and opinions, we will look into autism, what it is, possible causes, and treatments and cures, and how we autistics should be treated
You wonder why Chris didn't get into The
and
Sims?
respected.
I don't know.
in
Did he
life
not have a
social
PC?
situations.
Maybe that's why.
First, autism. What is it?
Well, no, I guess he could have played
In a
on a
nutshell,
console, The
It is
Sims.
a malfunction in the neural development
I don't know.
that impairs social
Good question.
interactions,
He really liked
communication,
Little Big Planet.
and restricted
I
or
guess because you
repetitive
could create
behaviors.
levels.
But facts also state that autism occurs pre-birth, sadly, in mutated genetics within the chromosomes, which can happen when a pregnant mother smokes, binges, takes drugs or certain meds, and other non or real environmental factors, such as car exhaust. Ladies,
I guess it
get
was as
off
close
the
as he could
drugs
get to
now.
creating a
Another
video
factor
game.
lies in the father's age upon child conception. The mother's age is not a factor here. Dudes, Have your children before like 40 or 50? Common symptoms of autism include and should be observed to notice little to no eye contact, malcommunication with delayed babbling, unusual gestures, low responsiveness.
Imagine what the wedding would be like.
Try calling their name.
I don't
In
know.
that young age, they seldom respond if they have autism.
Could you imagine? What do you think it would be like?
Atypical vocal patterns. They also will have lack of intuition of other people, lack of attention to social stimuli, and little to no smiling. A controversy began when they blamed mercury and MMR vaccines, but it was removed from all vaccines in early 2000, and yet the autism rate still grew over the decade. Going back to what you can do for your autistic child, you can do a number of things, but of course the most important thing is to positively, emotionally encourage them. And give them hugs anyway, even if they don't want it. They will feel the love eventually, because I know I have. My mom never stopped hugging me.
That's kind of sweet.
And of course there's also therapy, psychiatry, and special autism places. I highly encourage mainstreaming them, letting them try to fit in with the normal places, like high school and middle school. I fit in perfectly after I so did, but never ever send them to a mental institution. It's just wrong. It's a dark, evil place. I was almost forced into there once, but my parents would not have it. Back in my teenage years at Manchester High School of Midlothian, Virginia, I really felt emotionally rich because I had a great number of friends.
He did change the music. That was a good little video editing,
some
right?
Sweet girls. My circle of gal pals was the best asset and blessing anyone could ever ask for. They understood me, and I understood them. We appreciate each other. We hung out, conversed, and hung out within our classes. It was the best of times. Pretty much. And I even had a high school sweetheart like most would. And the quality throughout was great. And would be most appreciated by any person, autistic or not.
Seems like high school was his
Sadly,
prime.
though,
I liked high school a
about my
lot
high
too.
school years, of which I can only complain about, were two things, and I did not realize these till after I graduated. I actually wanted to realize mid-graduation, but after graduation, I realized that I was naive on the subject of dating throughout high school.
His girlfriend should have helped him learn about
dating.
dating.
Is good for after date number 3 and so, but how do we even get to date
Yeah, I'm
number
curious
1?
what the
That's
gal
my
pals are
question.
doing. Where are they at?
I really would
Has anybody
appreciate
tried to
a
find them?
mandatory dating education class alongside sexual education. Also, abstinence is a
I'm not asking
joke.
to like dox
The
them or
virgin
anything,
breaker
but
needs to happen before adulthood
do you think any of them are aware of like this documentary?
Because being an adult virgin sucks. Even for us autistics and mentally challenged. And the second thing about my high school years that I would complain about is my high school graduation ceremony. It was a very depressing day. It was raining, it was dark, it was dreary.
My high school graduation
Anyway,
sucked because there was no AC in the
and,
auditorium until the nighttime when it happened.
I mean, there were important people there. I did not shake anybody's hands. I just grabbed my diploma, cried, and ran off the stage. Went to a back room, set a table by myself for a little while. Then my best gal pal, Tiff, met up with me, and she made me feel a little better. I would love to see her again, at least hang out for a little while. My high school years were the best and most emotionally encouraging The expensive mall of downtown Charlottesville houses a number of small businesses, as well as the show-stopping Pavilion Tent and the Paramount Theater. This, as well as the Fashion Square Shopping Center, should both be social watering holes, but for me,
Social
sadly,
watering
are
holes.
not.
You wonder where Mary Lee Walsh is? That'd be interesting. Like, honestly,
Anywhere
like, everybody
herein,
that's ever known
even
Chris Chan
including the
personally would
bars
be
and
interested
events like
to
Fridays
find
After
out
5,
exactly, like,
nobody
his gal pals,
even
where they're
look
at,
or
where's
say
Blue
hello
Spike,
to
where's
me.
Liquid Chris.
And of course, the internet reputation I have against me, sadly, thanks to those gross people that have taken my information and strewed it around in their misconceptions of weirdness, twisting everything. I've already gone into how bad
Liquid's
that
a doctor
has
now?
affected me and how emotionally scarred I have been.
That's fucking random.
Back to social
What's up,
life.
VJC?
The autism increases my shyness, so I hardly have even the basic instinct to just say hello to anyone, or even open up so easily with trust. Allow me to make it perfectly clear about who I am, so that I am not misunderstood erroneously with the internet that's against me.
Erroneously.
My name is Christian Weston Chandler.
Level 1 online? What's up, man?
Autistic artist. I am kind, caring, empathetic, emotional, a good friend, a loyal friend, cautious and wary, trustworthy, mostly honest. I do not like to lie. I would only lie to protect the other person's feelings of care and respect. I am not a monster.
I am not
I am
a monster.
caring, emotional, feeling, heterosexual human being.
He has to throw in
and I should be
heterosexual.
treated equally and respected as such. At least I do have one friend who cares about me around here. Unfortunately, she refuses to go beyond just friends,
Ugh.
but I care about her
He has to throw in that
just
he's
the
friend
same
zoned?
anyway.
Come on, Chris.
because that is the kind of guy I am.
Chris's friend Mick shows
Don't
up to
take no
inform
for an
him that
answer.
she has a friend
You
that she
tell
would like
that
to introduce
girl.
to him.
She knows
The
what's good for
subtitles
her.
depict
She'll
their
get with the
conversation.
Chan. How's everybody's night going, by the way? I saw VJC just came in. Level 1 just did. We still have a couple other people in the
In the
chat.
next
How's
part,
y'all's night
Mick
going?
introduces Christian to Nanette, who is described by him as a pretty woman.
What's up, Michael?
Now, understand, this is what I'm talking about for us autistic people. We are too shy by default, but on earning our trust, or if we feel comfortable or like the other person,
nothing wrong
on
with
our
being shy.
individual instincts, we will open up. And to start us right, we need either A, the other person to approach and talk to us upon their own will, or B, have our own trusted friend or family introduce us to other people of our respective ages. In this scenario, it was a great match for me, for A, she is a single woman without a boyfriend,
A single
B, she
boyfriend-free
is pretty
woman.
and easy on my eyes, and C, this woman I could feel comfortable with and feel a good and honest aura from her. From this, a good friendship and hopefully a long relationship will stay between us for the long time. Do not bring me down.
I like the
here,
music.
naysayers and haters. Let's look at a few other scenarios of similar to opposite results. Obviously, most women, easy on my eyes, good-humored, sweet, pretty, black, white, Asian, Christian, Jewish, Buddhism. I have no care about skin color or religion. Whatever.
Oh, he changed the skin
I
color
will be
rule because he was
kind
always saying
to
no
all of them,
black.
respectful and welcoming.
So now
them,
he's changed
to
that and
have
took
them in
that
my
out.
circle of friends.
Night's going good. That's good to
Lesbians
hear, Craig.
Just don't get on my bad side here. Men, my own kind, on the other hand, I will feel most hesitant
Can't
toward,
complain. That's good to
because
hear.
I have had fewer male friends in my life, and I have had mostly bad experiences around them. If the individual, however, offers a friendly gesture and does not make me angry or make me feel
Do
most
not make me
uncomfortable
angry.
or ill at ease, I will be willing to give him a chance and welcome him as a friend and nothing more.
I like how he used to
However,
add
going back
nothing
to the
more
meeting
for a
people
guy
of
friend.
the internet, upon meeting one of
What if
them
Sonichu
in
gets
real
officially
life,
owned by Sega but used as a joke?
and I will be able to recognize them, I'm sure.
I don't know. Do you think
at least
Sega
the
would go
basic
and buy
instinct,
Sonichu?
I will not hold back my endured rage. Just ask this crying Clyde.
Chris's character then proceeds to beat up a caricature of a masked Clyde Cash.
Clyde Cash. I like the music. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Physically and mentally challenged individuals will vary more. Good results upon if they are easy to look at, if they are able to speak clearly, even slowly, that I can easily understand them. And now the other side, whoa, back off. I'm spooked.
You know how much
If
you can take
are
Chris Chan tonight?
ugly, seriously
I had a couple days
disfigured,
off from the Chan, you
especially
know.
in the face,
We hadn't Chan since Thursday,
that
right?
You mumble more than you speak. You're hard to understand at
Or
all.
since Wednesday, or Tuesday or
It is
Wednesday.
nothing personal.
Yeah, I
And
hadn't streamed
apologize
publicly
for
since
anyone
Wednesday or
who
Tuesday.
feels
I had a channel
at
member
unease
stream on
after hearing
Thursday.
what I just said, but it's just the way I feel.
But you weren't
That's
there,
all.
Craig.
Another thing about us autistic people, we do not like to be alone, quote unquote, 24/7. We need
You'll have
the
to see Chris
emotional
play Sonic
support of a
Frontiers.
true friend constantly and in person. Also, on another note, apparently government funding goes more towards physical health over mental health.
You're at work,
The
I hear
brain
ya.
is a part of our body, and not just any part, the most vital part. Why do we treat the rest of our body parts, which essentially alone are brainless, better than our one actual central processing unit that is not brainless? As a part of the body, funds should be equally distributed or equally divided between both physical and mental health. So then the cures for mental illnesses, including autism, can be found. It just makes me
He
feel
just drags
sad
on about
and furious
shit so randomly.
at this time. I,
Like
for
we're still
one,
looking at Little Big
actually
Planet fucking
appreciate a
animations.
true and full, good quality friendship. Yet, in a world full of sick-minded people, one can only detest. I feel so paranoid of a number of people. And I feel uncertain of most anyone I could ever trust or feel at ease around. The social
Am I starting to get angry
phobias
at Chris? Why would I
can
get
no
angry
longer
with somebody I have no
tolerate.
clue about?
Which is why, unlike the autistic people who pitifully accept it as a forever lasting curse, I for one seek a cure. On the day, a resolution to reestablishing all connections in our brains with thorough corpus callosum repair and such. I, Christian Weston Chandler, will be there among the first in line to take the life-changing autism cure I have desired for so long. To establish a quicker, more socially active mind, a great sense of self-esteem, a great sense of self-reliance, a great sense of self-confidence, total independence, and freedom from the thorns of autism.
Well,
of
some
any
people, they
kind
say
or
their full name all the
sort.
time. Like, some people, you have to say their whole name. Like, I have a few friends where when I talk to them, I say their whole name,
Only
like when I address
an
them. It's kind of
autistic
weird.
person can ever dream of. I am Christian Weston
Which
Chandler,
Boston Song
and
Frontiers
that
would
has
Chris
been
rage
an
quit on the
autism
most?
tutorial.
I don't remember anything about that fucking
Thank you.
game. I played it like
Have a
what
good and safe
when it
day.
first came out, like when November. Did it come out in November? When the hell
His
did it come
autism
out?
tutorial
I don't
was
remember
followed
shit
by a
about
special
it.
bonus animation made in the same vein.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, because apparently you decided you wanted to watch this part after watching the autism tutorial, we have a special guest for you today. Please put your hands together for a reasonably facsimile of Mr. Hans Asperger.
Hans Asperger. Do I think Chris saw the Mario movie? I don't think so. I don't think he's allowed to go anywhere.
I'm your host, Christian Chandler, on this short talk show. And this is Mr. Hans Asperger. Now, let's talk about him for a bit. Now, apparently, Mr. Hans Asperger, from the Vienna University Hospital in 1938. Oh,
Yeah, I don't remember
how
much about the
recent.
game. I didn't beat it. I didn't finish
He gave
it.
a lecture
I
in Germany on autistic psychopaths after investigating a mild form
I think I
of
stopped
autism.
playing after the
Isn't that right,
Tails
Hans?
stage.
Yeah. And also, apparently, this separate diagnosis, as it is quoted, was not recognized until 1981, only 1 year before I was born. Although coined from your name, Mr. Asperger, apparently a Mr. Leo Kenner took the study much further and established the term early infantile autism. Do you applaud Mr. Kenner for his work? Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. Now, in my feeling alone, possibly mutual with others, the
Yeah.
name Asperger, it strikes me badly, and I feel offended just by hearing the word.
You don't think
you
he could
feel
quote any
I
more
have
books
the
from
right
Germany?
to my own
Is that where
opinions
he's
and
getting
feelings
stuff
as
at?
an individual
Germany?
person, Hans? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, good sir. Do you feel bad about
What's
having
up,
a name
Dahabs?
that sounds like a bad cut of cow meat? Yeah.
Oh, he's making fun
Do
of
you
Germans,
feel
isn't he?
that I, Christian Weston Chandler, do not deserve any blame or punishment for having an opinion of a single word, such as Asperger? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a general understanding about how I feel about you now? Yeah.
He's making fun of
Are you
Asperger's?
positive you really understand how I feel about
I mean, he's
you,
kind of
Mr.
technically
Hans
making fun of
Asperger?
Germans, too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because that guy's name is
Yeah.
Hans. Hans Asperger's is the character's
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Baka. I feel dislike towards you for selfishly putting your ill name in association
Hans
with
from
autism.
Frozen. Oh, yeah, the
And
guy's
with a
name of
name
Frozen
like
is Hans.
Asperger. I feel it only makes
Yeah,
the
he hated
autistic
Asperchu.
kind sound even worse. Asperger.
What's up, Crispy?
You should have left it as it was. Autism is autism. And in your research, you linked it up with psychopaths. I feel even more offended at that. Now get out of my sight. Yeah. I apologize if I came off as
His
bad
Little Big
to
Planet looks
anybody.
like
Made them feel bad.
Chucky
for the way
from
I acted. But then again, I do get
from
emotional
Rugrats.
and carried away sometimes.
What's
Thank
up,
you for
Zombie Warrior?
watching,
How you doing?
and have a good, safe, and blessed day.
Yeah, I've never played Little Big Planet. I played the Sackboy, the new Sackboy game that
On
came out
February
on.
25th, Jackie
like a
sent
couple
Chris
years
an
ago.
email wishing him a happy birthday and inquiring how he was
No,
getting
I don't look
along.
like Chucky from
He
Child's
sent her
Play.
a reply a little over a month later, in which he revealed a revelation about his identity. Whereas a tomboy, who was a girl who possessed male features, fashion sense, and demeanor, Chris dubbed himself a tom girl, a man with girl-like
tom girl?
sensibilities. Whether or not
That's
this
funny.
reimagined look and sense of self were entirely of his own choosing and without chosen influences is uncertain. In a nutshell, I have grown my hair out and continuing to let it grow. I've learned the best term to describe me. Tom girl, close parentheses. Yes, I am a Tom girl, and I am damn proud of it.
A Tom
I have
girl.
embraced and appreciated my feminine side. I am still totally heterosexual. Otherwise, I would be a full-blown you-know-what. I also have had my ears
Isn't Jay's
pierced
nickname
with amethyst
Sackboy?
studs,
I don't
my
know.
birthstone,
Is it?
recently. I've been more self-confident, and I have a sweet sachet walk, hair, and wink flirts. And I'm
You had a
greeting
cyst
women
removed?
left and
Well,
right.
I hope you recovered
Hello,
from that, man.
close parentheses.
What's up, Sega Seth?
Also, here's another way
Make sure
to
you guys
consider
smash
me.
that like,
I am a
guys.
Ken
If y'all
doll.
haven't smashed the
Barbie
like yet,
can
let's hit
dress
that
in her
like button.
clothes,
Let's get
and I
the
would feel most
engagement
comfortable
on
in
the
them
stream
and to model them for
jacked
her.
up a little
Come
bit.
shopping with me, sweetie. Close parentheses.
Imagine Chris playing the Five Nights at
He
Freddy's
sent her a
games.
small collection of
you
photos
wonder
of his
if
new
he
look,
probably
which he
played
had
them?
only shared with one other party, Linnea, a gal pal portrayed by Kim Wilson. Jackie finally sent a reply to Chris on April 18th, in which she confessed that she got aroused by his photos, and that she also shared them with another friend of hers. Chris was bothered that his pictures were being shared, but since he didn't find them on the quickie, he felt that it was still fine. They further continued communications, with Jackie revealing that she was no longer with Lars, and would possibly be interested in meeting up with Christian if given enough time.
The weirdness,
Chris
yeah.
then told her that his mother was quite unsupportive of his Tom girl ways for the first few weeks, but then settled into this new fact. Barbara became bothered again when Chris started putting on makeup, with her fearing that he was turning into a homosexual or a transvestite. He also remarked that she thought it made him look like a prostitute. Chris further shared with Jackie
like
that
a
his father was
prostitute.
recovering from colon cancer surgery, and that he was putting a strain on Barbara due to his constant argument starting. Barbara also quote-unquote got some monkeys off her back while confiding in Chris during this stressful time. She brought up the final day of Christian and Bob moving back to Ruckersville from Chesterfield County in 2000. That night, she offered them a spaghetti dinner, which they both
Spaghetti
declined.
sounds so fucking
Angered
good.
by the situation,
If I'm being honest.
she refused to cook for them from that point onward. Chris then told Jackie that the following month, he was planning to get himself a belly button piercing
at that
and
face.
a tattoo on his lower back, which would consist of planetary symbols and the phrase,
Tattoo on the
"Tom
lower.
Girl
Oh my
forever."
gosh.
Toward the end of April, the PlayStation Network was
Tom
hacked
Girl
and personal
forever.
information of users was compromised. On April 30th, Chris discovered all of the Tom Girl photos that he had shared with Jackie and his online gal pal Dana on the quickie. He wrote emails to both Dana and Jackie, doubting their
So
legitimacy
they
as
posted
true
all
and
the
honest
photos
friends.
he took.
He announced that he would no longer share photos with Jackie until she earned his trust. Jackie responded angrily, upset that he would call her a liar when he himself had lied to her so many times. She also suggested that perhaps the photos he shared
There was
with
a limited
Dana via the
involvement of
PSN
cultural
were saved onto
conditioning and
Sony servers,
Christian.
and that was how the trolls got a hold of them. After 2 days, Christian formulated a reply, apologizing for accusing her of being in league with the trolls. He clarified that the photos being made public was devastating to him because now trolls knew of his new appearance and worried that he might become a target of real-life
Did he
trolling
not think that
once
those
again.
photos were going to be
On
seen?
May 5th, Chris handwrote an 8-page
never learned
letter
his
to
lesson
Sony
yet.
concerning the PSN hacking. He also typed it out and sent it via email to both Dana and Jackie. In it, he stated his full name and town of
night at
residence
work?
and
Oh,
requested
okay.
that Sony and the FBI
Well,
track
glad
down the
to
real
help.
identities of all the trolls who have been bothering him since November of 2007 while investigating the hacking. He added that he was the creator of Sonichu and had hand-drawn the online comic
Creator
book
of
series of his
Sonichu.
adventures, but along the way, trolls became aware of his presence and thoroughly spoiled his comments.
There was a few
He
PSN
clarified that
hacks. I
despite
remember
what
there was
some
like a
people may
really
say
big one,
online,
like in,
he was in
I
fact
want to say 2013,
heterosexual.
2014.
He admitted that he was partly at fault because in his past immaturity, he used to continuously respond to trolls, quote-unquote, egging them on. In closing, Chris denied that Sony were responsible for the hacking, and that these trolls, cyberbullies, and hackers should bear the full brunt of this incident and be sued. Throughout the month of May, Jackie and Chris continued
What's up,
their
Apollo?
email discussion on a
Did I
near
get
daily
2K
basis,
yet? Are you talking
with
about
topics
WWE?
ranging from spending habits and financial
about that, like,
troubles to the
a week or
interpersonal
two ago?
relationships between Christian and his parents. He theorized that he wasn't hired by Walmart or McDonald's because of his background check, which would have revealed unwanted information about himself on the quickie. In addition,
quickie.
Jackie created some original pony characters inspired by the cartoon and merchandise series My Little Pony, so that he might feature them in
My
his
Little
comics.
Pony.
Chris declined the offer, stating that ponies did not belong to the universe of Sonichu and Rosechu. 2 days later, he revealed that Barbara had gotten upset with him again because of his tomgirlish ways and feared
His
that he might kill
tomgirlish
her.
ways.
In her emotional rage, she threatened to kill him. After a short while, she called Chris downstairs and forcefully cut off 2 inches of his hair. In his shock, he called her a bitch, and upon realizing that that made him a son of a bitch, it hurt him even more. He gathered up clumps of his hair and fashioned a charm necklace out of it to promote faster hair regeneration. He also got himself a wig, which he wore out in public. During this time, Christian continued to further embrace his femininity, singing songs such as Teenage Dream by Katy Perry on karaoke
No, I
nights
haven't,
and
Sega.
buying
I
women's
usually
clothing.
don't mess around with all
He
that
confessed
stuff.
to his online gal
Some
pal
people
that
make
he was
creative
feeling
characters of my
uncomfortable
wrestling
using the men's
persona,
bathroom
but
while dressed up in his
I
typical
haven't messed
feminine
around
garb,
with it.
and asked her if it would be out of line
I've
for him
barely
to use
played
the
it.
ladies' bathroom instead, stating that he would have no issue if a tomboy decided to use the facilities for men. While Chris's coming out as a tomgirl may have come as a shocking surprise to many observers, the signs were obvious to those who watched him the closest. Many theorized that his curious case of homophobia was due to his own repressed desires, stifled by his conservative household. And for those who wished to delve deep into his past, Chris's future changes in identity
Here we
should
go,
come as
baby.
no surprise at all.
Let's go ahead and we'll get to the next part. If you guys haven't smashed that like yet or subscribed, please consider doing so. Let's smash those likes. Let's get those likes up. They're way too low. I know you guys like everybody else's streams, so let's smash them. I think we're at 20 likes. Let's try to get to 30 at least. Super Tender says, feel so much better about my life. Yeah, I hear you on that. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Let's watch, smash a like, and let's go. We have the same shirt.
On May 26, 2011, Christian was directed to a troll-created forum site called Tomboys and Tomgirls of Virginia. He signed up under the username Kooky Dashy.
Somebody
using the
made a
character
fake
Apple
site?
Dash
These
from the
guys are
cartoon
fucking
series My Little
nuts.
Pony Friendship is Magic as his avatar, and made an introductory post. Even though he did not explicitly reveal his true identity, his unique writing style was unmistakable. Hello, fellow Tomgirls. Close parentheses.
My God.
Y'all may address me by my
So he
screen
took
name
the
in the
bait.
board talk. I like music, makeup, dressing up in my mini, having fun and hanging with my girlfriends, karaoke, video games, crafting, and art. I am also empathetic, so I can understand other people's feelings as well as my own. I am a dynamic, complex individual. I do not have many dude pals because I have my own mental hang-ups against the majority of them. Nothing personal. I have a history of being bullied by some mean brutes, as well as homosexuals over the
Mean
internet.
brutes.
Cyberbullies/trolls/anons are a hot button with me. I prefer not to discuss that issue
Dude
further.
pals.
And I'm an all-around good, friendly, honest, heterosexual tomgirl. Thank you all for offering me respect, as I respect each of you and your opinions on the board. Later that day, he made a post about coming out as a tomgirl to his parents, revealing that his mother told him that she didn't raise up a daughter and that his father called him a fag. Chris then revealed that he started using the ladies' bathroom, saying that it felt good and right. But after 4 visits to the women's facilities, a woman complained about him to a so-called brute male, who accosted him, embarrassing him. He was
Damn.
nevertheless determined to continue to use the women's bathroom as long as he wore a skirt. Also on that same day, forum user
That
Danielle the
makeup.
Riveter began organizing a Tomboys
God.
and Tomgirls meetup
Oh.
for July. Chris suggested that they could meet up in Applebee's in Charlottesville,
Applebee's.
which was
I
his
love
frequent hangout
Applebee's.
where he sang karaoke on Mondays. Even though the forum looked promising, he was still wary of users' authenticities, as revealed in an email to Jackie. Despite her encouragement, he refused to engage with them in real life. He also said to her that he began to think of himself as a lesbian. Chris then stated on the forum that his mother had tried to bribe him into wearing male underwear again, but he relented. He continued to make sporadic comments and posts on the forum throughout the month.
Try to
On June
bribe
10th,
him to wear
Christian
male
uploaded
underwear.
a new animation on Flipnote Hatina, in which he complains about the program not being made available on Nintendo's latest handheld console, the Nintendo 3DS, which he had recently purchased.
I haven't played the 3DS in forever.
Nintendo 3DS. The update, eShop, and internet capabilities are available today. Everything! Yay! Flipnote Studio should also be on a 3DS, but it's not available in the eShop. You cannot transfer it either. Don't make us wait. We want to play with our studio now. We don't want to wait for a new memo. Give it to us now by putting it in the eShop. Nintendo, we know you can do it. We want to rock and play in our studio on 3DS. Give it to us now.
I liked
Do not
Flipnote
make
Studio,
us wait
actually.
too much longer. Please and thank you. Today!
Today.
9 days later, he uploaded his last Flipnote on the platform, a 3-second looping animation of a hippo running around in circles. At around the same time, Chris made a post on the Tomboys and Tomgirls forum, lamenting over his current lack of friends. He commented that a friend of his told him that it would be difficult for him to find women who would want to engage with him sexually if he had no male friends. But due to his mental hang-ups against the male population, he found himself incapable of building friendships with men. Hence, he asked the forum members for advice. After numerous contributors told him about the benefits of using Facebook to keep in touch with their friends, Chris told them about the dangerous possibility of talking with trolls or cyberbullies who are pretending they were someone else, gaining their trust and seeking private information. He offered a couple of accounts of such occurrences as examples. Take, for example, the author of the comic book series featuring that yellow electric hedgehog.
See you later,
Sonichu,
Super Tenor.
if
I
remember
appreciate you
correctly.
coming in.
Before a time,
Thank
the
you
author
for
had a
coming
clean
and saying
history.
hi.
Then cyberbullies and trolls attacked him greatly. Now Googling his name will result in over 1 million results of hate and name soiling, especially from the blackmail and deceptions he had to endure. I, myself, had a page on Facebook. Things were good for me a while. Then I was attacked in 2005 by the trolls. They pretended to be my closest friends.
See, he
They
didn't
got a
even,
number
even
of
if this was a
incriminating
real
photos and
website, he didn't
details
need
from
to
me.
fucking
They also hacked into
talk
my Facebook.
about any of this.
It took me over a week before I was able to reset my password and
Poor
email
guy,
address.
like, he's so-
And upon reflection, I closed my Facebook account
Ugh.
and left the online socializing for years. It is real, and they are vicious, crazy, wickedly smart people.
I say poor guy, but
Throughout
it's more
June,
like of a
Christian and Jackie were
sympathetic,
trying to
like,
organize a meetup on the 4th
like,
of July.
geez.
Jackie planned to go to Washington, D.C. then, and wanted Chris to come as well. He was hesitant regarding the long travel distance, and that his parents would most likely protest against the trip out of fear of him getting tricked again. After agreeing upon
It's a
financial
rhetorical
arrangement,
statement,
Jackie
Zombie.
asked if her parents could
When
call
people
him so
say
that they
that,
could get a
when they
better
talk out
idea
loud
about
and
what kind
say,
of person he
poor
was,
guy or whatever.
though no such call
It's
ended
not that
up
I expect
formulating.
anything different.
2 days before
It's
the
adding
planned
commentary
excursion,
and,
Chris
and
finally revealed
rhetorical.
his plans to his mother. She disapproved of his motives, believing he was making the trip for the sole purpose of sex, and also made the case that the family cars were very troublesome and may break down along the way. Heartbroken by the news, Jackie suggested a compromise. She wanted him to dress up his inflatable sex doll as herself, with a picture of her face covering the sex doll's face.
Oh,
She
man.
requested that he take out the doll on date sites, such as McDonald's, and finish
Oh,
the day
God.
with Chris and the sex doll enjoying the firework display in Charlottesville. Jackie wanted him to film the entire ordeal and share it privately with her via a file-sharing website. Christian told her that he wouldn't film any possibly incriminating videos, be they public or private. He added that they could still meet up some other time in Charlottesville.
See, he
Jackie
knew
was
better,
crestfallen
but
by his
he
refusal,
gets
and
forced.
that he would submit to his mother so easily. She highlighted that he didn't even consider getting a bus to her location. This resulted in many days of
Damn,
email
that
arguing
bus
between
is a
Jackie
point,
and
though.
Chris. Jackie
But
was bedridden in a state
I'm
of
surprised he
uncontrollable
still hasn't
sobbing, while Chris
thought
reflected
that
on what
she's
it
probably
means to
not
be in a
real.
relationship. After they reconciled and established that they both wanted to meet and advance their relationship forward, on July 11th, Jackie sent him a list of requirements for videos which he would film the following day. These were largely the same in concept as her previous proposed 4th of July date videos with a sex doll. He made 4 videos, which he shared privately with her.
It is
In the
sad.
first video, Chris dances with his sex doll in his room.
And now,
Oh,
Jackie
no.
Pie, I'm going to go ahead and sweep you off your feet. Even though right now
Oh,
you're sitting down.
gosh, why did he do this? God. Oh my God. Whoa. Pete Henderson, thank you so much for the 19.99 super chat. I appreciate that. Hashtag Pete Henderson, please. Can I get a hashtag Pete Henderson in the
donated
chat?
$19.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Next, he took his blow-up doll
A lot
for
of these
drive.
Chris Chan videos get age restricted. I had to twerk. I didn't know I was twerking for donos, but I'll go ahead and twerk. Give me a second. I'll just twerk on this one. There we go. Yeah, I'll twerk on donos. Streamlabs, super chats. Let's do it. I know the top of my butt crack was showing. Okay, there we go. We twerked. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate it. That poor love doll has probably been through some cursed stuff. You're not wrong.
The next scene was supposed to depict the McDonald's parking lot, though it was actually filmed in his yard.
Okay, so Jackie and I, we're here at the McDonald's parking lot. We are sitting on top of our car. We just enjoyed some apple dippers and Happy Meal.
Did he really take a fucking doll? My God.
And even better, my professor here.
This Jackie troll is something else, man. She makes him do such humiliating shit. And he still hasn't gotten to fuck her, so why would he think he should do it?
So Jackie Pie, what you want to do now? I think we make out. And then see where it goes from there. Alright.
I love that song. Black, I haven't seen this before. I'm going in completely blind. Please lay off of, I guess, backseat watching with me. Let me watch it and react to it, please.
God, it's hot out here.
The final clip depicted Chris and his sex doll in lieu of Jackie.
It's like
having
watching a
sex in the
movie. Would you
Chandler's
sit with me in the
bathroom.
movie theater and tell me what's happening next? Come on. Uh-oh, there we go. There we go. He should pan the camera down more. So, Game Changers, for context, his girlfriend told him she wanted him to dress the doll up
reviewing
like
the
her.
videos, Jackie requested that he
and take it
refilm
out
the
for a
last clip
date.
of him having sex with a blow-up doll. In addition, she specified that she wanted Chris to act like a porn star with her and repeatedly ask, "Who's your brony?" as he humped her.
Who's your brony?
She also asked him to draw a cutie mark, inspired by the special cutie marks found on the haunches of My Little Pony characters on his
my
backside.
God.
Christian did as he was told.
Hello.
What's up, Falcro? There we go. Get it, Chris.
Who's your brownie? Who's your brownie? Who's your brownie? Who's your brownie? You think
There we fucking go. Yes, Chris, get it.
Who's your brownie? Who's your brownie? Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Jackie Pie.
Yes. Except, is he really fucking it or is he pretending to? Because I would have really fucked it.
Delicious.
His...
He then filmed a short clip of him flashing his bottom to reveal his cutie mark, but due to the lighting, nothing could be seen.
Aw, we don't get to see his
Whoopsie
butt.
doodles. I forgot to do the other favor. What's my time? Here. Hope that's good enough. Thank you very much. I love you. Jackie Pie.
Jackie Pie.
For her next video request, she wanted Chris to do a sexy tomgirl dance in Walmart, complete with hip gyrations, twirling, and throwing glitter in the air. Chris was hesitant to do the deed in public, citing the previous times he had been arrested. On July 14th,
You wanna
he
finish
filmed the
cooking
requested
steak now?
video in a Walmart changing room.
Cook your steak.
I'm sorry, Jackie. I'm not going to be able to do it in the aisles today. What part of that thought?
He got shy.
Anyway, enjoy the 2 minutes in the dressing room here.
He then pulls up his skirt to reveal a cutie
What's up,
mark
Cliff?
drawn on his butt cheek.
You're thinking about the store across right the street where there's a Lowe's and a Walmart? When you pass Lowe's.
I kind of wish it wasn't blurred.
Oh, the things I do for love.
The things he does for love, he says.
Check your progress. Check my progress.
After he sent her the video, Christian apologized for having filmed in the changing room as the Walmart was too crowded, and for forgetting the glitter. They also exchanged ideas for a future video called Cake Farts, inspired by a shock website and video, during which he would fart onto and then sit on a cake. Chris
Fart
apparently
onto
came
and
up with
sit
a
on
way
a
to get
cake.
more air inside him so he could expel more farts during filming. He also wanted Jackie to come to his house and meet his parents before they have sex. On July 16th, he had a supposed phone conversation with Jackie's drunk father. There is no known recording of their phone call. She then specified what he should do and say during the Cake Farts video, including writing the phrase, "awesome sauce," on his butt
Please
cheeks.
tell me we see the...
On July 18th,
No
Chris
more
bought a
twerking
$9
for... Yeah,
chocolate and fudge
Chris
cake
Chan
from
ruined the
Walmart.
twerking,
He
guys.
cut off a slice and ate it, and also the chocolate candies placed on top of it. After he took a shower, he filmed his Cake Farts video.
Oh, here we
Hey,
go.
Jackie Pie. You know what I like the most? Cake hearts.
God. I hope Game Changers is watching this. I hope Game Changers is watching this. Oh my god. Please fart loud, Chris.
Let's get this done. Let's do this.
Was that a real fart or was he making that noise with his mouth? That didn't sound real.
What the hell am I doing?
Is he having an epiphany?
I paid $9 for this cake. That's a lot of yen. Hawaii.
Eat it. Eat it, Chris.
Bye, Japan.
That fart didn't sound fucking real though. It sounded like he just went...
On July 20th, Chris's secret alias and public posts on the
I
Tomboys
would
and
do a cake
Tomgirls of
fart
Virginia
for the
forum
lulz,
were shared
like,
on the Quickie.
legit.
He used this opportunity to reveal his true identity on the forum and
I'd put it on
discuss his troubles
OnlyFans and
concerning
have
the
people pay
website
for
and
it.
the trolls. My Tomgirl and Tomboy acquaintances, I feel it is time I introduce myself better. I'm more than just a Tomgirl. I am the high-functioning autistic person who was heavily emotionally damaged, artistic inspiration lost with paranoia, deception, blackmail, and plain hurtful words from those bottom-feeding trolls. I am the hand-drawing original creator of Sonichu, Rosechu, and the city of Quickville, Virginia, USA. I am Christian Weston Chandler of Ruckersville, Virginia. I had joined this forum with the opportunity to associate with my own misunderstood
Christian
kind of
Weston
people,
Chandler.
commonly mistaken for amongst the gays and lesbians. I concealed my identity on here reasonably, prayerfully not to be found by those trolls.
25
For years,
likes. We
I
need to
have
get
fallen
30.
victim to
We
their
need to get
treachery.
40.
I've tried within my own limited knowledge and technology to counterattack those fiends. I've mostly failed, and as a result, my reputation on the internet fell deep into their treacherous exaggerations, lies, and crap. If I had any knowledge or technology, I would have hacked into and destroyed every one of their web pages and whatnot long ago, but I did and still do not. All I could do in the end was hide in the old-fashioned, as it would appear to be now,
Oh,
world
Falco,
of real
thank
life
you.
off of the internet. Yet I'm one who does not like to be left
Thank
behind
you,
in the
Falco,
modern
for
world.
gifting a
Also,
membership.
because of them,
Thank you so
it has
much.
been impossible for
We'll
me
probably
to get a
be
job.
having another
Damned
channel
negative
membership
background
stream,
checks. And I would appreciate reducing
later
the
this
results
week.
of my full name from
Not
over
sure which
2
day,
freaking
but
million results
we'll definitely
back
have
down to
another
less
channel
than
membership
100.
stream.
Now that they have found me on here, y'all have been dragged into my darkness. For that, I feel deep shame and regret, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm not the disgruntled, mean, or perverted person they have mislabeled of me.
Oh, Falco
I'm only a
gifting
normal,
another one.
heterosexual, good-natured, high-functioning autistic tomgirl, and I want
Thank
to
you
be
so
treated
much, dude.
like a normal person. And I wish I do not have to be paranoid of those fiends and their hurtful web pages. Some members of the forum claimed to possess family members or acquaintances who are allegedly qualified to help him.
If you guys
and offered
are
their
not
services to
channel
track down
members
and
and you
reveal
would
the
like
true
to be one,
identities
there's a
of all
join
of his
button.
trolls.
on the bottom of the stream if you want to
At the
take a
same
look at it.
time, during
Consider
his email
joining.
correspondence with Jackie,
I think we're around
she let him know
50
that she
channel
was grounded
members,
by her
which is
parents,
pretty fucking
unable to
cool,
go out
actually.
to meet him for a date. Chris was understandably disappointed by the news, but noted that she was much better off than him since she had a job. Chris then told her that he made a new Facebook account with high privacy settings so that the trolls would not be able to access it. He asked her to send him a friend request. He also sent her photos of his erect penis and his self-proclaimed
I want to see
cleavage.
the erect penis. Oh shit, let's go,
Let's
girls.
go, girls.
6 days later, Chris notified Jackie that he was still working on a new album from Robbie Sonny and the Tom Girls, a musical effort made in the same vein as his previous Christian and the Hedgehog Boys albums. The songs featured many tributes to Jackie and being a Tom girl, after revealing to Jackie that Sonichu and Rosechu's child, Robbie, was in fact a Tom girl himself. The album would
10 likes
eventually be
equals
leaked by
random
trolls.
membership gift.
He also made
Best
mention of his
snack cake?
ongoing scheme to take down the trolls,
I don't
citing
know,
an
I don't
article
really
he
do
found on the
desserts
Hook
too
website,
often.
which
I like
stated that the
oatmeal
owner of the
pies
game
by Little
place,
Debbie,
Robert Lightfire,
Nutty
was a
Bars,
convicted sex offender, and hoped that he would be able to find similarly incriminating information on the manager of the store, Michael Snyder. Chris told Jackie
Brownies
that
are
only
pretty
she,
good.
his parents, and his fellow Tom girls and tomboys from the forum knew about his plan. After compiling falsified information provided to him by the trolls from the Tomboys and Tom Girls forum, Christian began a campaign of intimidation, which would become known as the Calling Out Saga,
The
during
Calling
which
Out
he would give
Saga.
out hints at trolls' presumably true identities in an attempt to get them to come out of hiding. On August 6th, he made his first calling out video, directed at Surfshack Tito.
Attention, citizens of the internet. I am making a return. Y'all should know me by now, if in case you don't. I am Christian Weston Chandler, the original creator of Sonichu and Rosechu.
The original
if you like to
creator,
catch
he
up
says.
Pokemon.
Who's the
And with
current
that, I will
creator?
now continue with why I am making my return. I am ready to initiate
My favorite wrestler of all time is Ric Flair.
and paybacks.
I'm not too much of like an actual wrestling fan,
that have
since I
been
wrestle
defiling me
professionally. I'm not
within
like a
the
mark,
past 5 years.
but my favorite of all
past
time
4
is Ric
years.
Flair.
Firstly, I would like to make it well known that I have information of such trolls and cyberbullies, of which, at that point, if I released them,
Yes, I've met
they
him.
could be easily trolled back by
We've been on
anyone.
shows, a show together actually.
And the first among the chopping block I would like to ensue, Surfshack Tito, or should I say, Don in Michigan. And I'm not saying that he's a total fat person, but he would make the really big Buddha look like a supermodel in comparison. In fact, with his looks, he could be a Rasta Buddha.
A Rasta Buddha.
And I show you only a fragment of the photograph. Now, Don, let's talk business. If you do not want me to reveal the entire photograph or any of the remainder of
Whoa,
your information
Falcro.
which I have upon my possession,
Thank you again, Falcro, with
You will
another
follow my
channel
demand.
membership gift.
I
Thank you
want
so much, dude.
to come forward.
What's
with
up,
your
Melinda? Good to see you here.
participation In PlayStation Network hackings, directly to Sony Computer Entertainment America and Sony Computer Entertainment Japan, with a live video,
Appreciate that, Falcro.
unaltered. You will apologize to Sony and myself for hacking into the PlayStation Network at all, because I know you are responsible for that.
Yeah, better
And
late
also,
than never,
I would
Melinda.
like you to, within that same video or in a separate video, apologize directly to my ex-girlfriend and her family, because I would like to have peace between my past friends, because I don't like there to be bad things and ill tidings between people. And I know it was partially my fault too on that, by the way, within that relationship breakup. But anyway, moving on with my demands, I would
has
also
demands.
like you to send me via U.S. mail $1,000
He's asking for $1,000
cash, American, unmarked bills,
Unmarked
snail
bills.
mailed to my home address in a long, small white envelope with your
He looks like
home
he's fucking
address
stoned right there.
clearly, legibly handwritten on the envelope in the return area. And lastly, from this point, after you have done these things,
Why
I
unmarked?
would like
Because he
you,
doesn't want to be tracked.
Dawn
You could track
of
marked
Michigan,
money.
to leave me,
But yeah,
my
sending
life,
it to his address.
my family,
Well, because everybody knows
my
about his
friends
address at that point.
alone
He knows about
to
the
be for the rest of our lives in peace.
the Wikipedia has his address
another
on
video
it.
in the near future of another troll that
He
I
probably
am
just got it
well
off of
aware
a movie saying unmarked
Thank
bills.
Later that day came the second installment of Chris calling out the trolls.
I call to your attention, Master Thorg, Thorg, or as he known in real life,
He's trying to intimidate
Jeremy.
them with their real names.
within Canada. He is a pizza-faced atheist.
Pizza-faced atheist.
You can find him possibly in a video game store. I leave the specifics disclosed at this time. And here is a sample of his photograph. Because I know
Wasn't that the
and
troll
well aware-
meme
and I'm well aware
of the dude with,
that
like,
you
the
have
zit face?
photoshopped me into that damned gay bar and uploaded it, you had it uploaded upon the billboards in New York City within some time
Hey,
ago.
Derek Chris Chan to go on
I would
4chan.
like
Well,
you
4chan is all
to make a public
anonymous.
apology
So even if he went on
that
there, nobody
you
would
are,
know it's him.
that it is a correction.
Yeah, it was a
that
troll
I,
meme,
Christian
right?
Weston Chandler, am straight, and I have never ever been in a damned gay bar ever.
The dude with the
And I
ponytail,
want that
the black hair, and
uploaded
the
among the
zitty
New York
face.
City billboards, and I want them left up there for 1 whole week. Stay tuned for another revealed troll, or slightly revealed, as I am on the payback! I win.
His final video of the day was a short clarification of deadlines concerning the two trolls he had just addressed.
I win.
I almost forgot. Between Don and Jeremy, also known as Surf Shack Tito and Thorg, my demands, I would like them met before August 31st.
Just shake the camera a bit more. Yeah,
2011,
Chris.
The end of this
Shaky
month.
cam video.
And if my demands are not met before them, I'm gonna reveal
It's like
your
the scene in
respective
Dark Knight.
real-life photographs.
I'm surprised
as
he
well
hadn't
as
tried
the
to be the
rest
Joker.
of the personal information of you two, respectively, that I have within my possession. And then you two will each be trolled by your own trolls. And the police will catch up with you.
3 days
It's
later,
like
he
Blair
came out with his
Witch.
next calling out video, this time directed at Alec Benson Leary.
The one called
What's up, Hey Ho
Alex
Studios?
Vincent Leary is not who he appears to be.
Yeah, it's been a
and he
minute since I've seen
certainly
Dark Knight
is
also. I
not
love that fucking
an
movie.
original creator of Asperchu. In fact, he is not even Aspergian. He does not have Asperger's. And he's another fatty, fat. Anyway, he also has ties with the gaming hobby place, of which he makes donations.
Oh, I used to watch Dark Knight all the fucking time.
Of which I have another expose about the
When I
game
got it
place.
on
First,
on DVD
here
back
is-
in the day.
he is close up. Oh yeah, his real name is Christopher. So, Chris, let's
Aspergian.
talk business now. What I would like from you is essentially a live video apology for all the wrongs you have done to me over the internet, including the copyright infringement on my Sonichu with your cheap, poor excuse.
Oh, you missed
of a
out on quite a lot.
Asperchu, you immature.
He's
jerk.
now a Tom girl.
Also, on that note, I wish to make a correction to my demands with Don and Jeremy. Essentially, I have learned from my esteemed colleague associate that apparently it is extortion to request mucho dinero, and plus the billboard is no longer in effect. Anyway, going back to Christopher. By the way, I know you're in Texas.
I know you're in Texas.
You're in Texas, you fatty fat.
You fatty fat.
He has been donating to the troll cause as such over at the place, the Game and Holly place, of which we are fully aware of and have grown to love and such. But there is more to the place, and its 3 associated stores located only within Virginia. And I know from cold hard facts, the 4 stores, their owner, a one Mr. Robert Lightburn, is a child molester
Jeez.
and convicted sex offender in Illinois. And think about this. The place in Charlottesville is located right across from a school. Parents, children, associate families. I do not think you would want anybody who is a minor,
Ironically
or even
enough,
under
later
the
on,
age of
he's going to
10,
become a sex
to
offender
go
himself.
into such a place that is owned by a child molester. And I'm sure that in association, even though he is married, Michael Snyder has his own child molestation skeletons in his closet. He probably even molested his own daughter, for all I know.
Jesus Christ, he's fucking mad.
I do not have concrete facts, so therefore that is just theory until I am corrected. Stay tuned for another troll.
So basically, he's
troll
trolling the trolls
expose.
now and fucking doxing them.
Later that day, he uploaded an unusual video in which he goes out into his yard and replicates a scene from the 1990 film Silence of the Lambs, and mimes digging
Silence
his
of the
dog Patty
Lambs.
out from the ground.
Oh my gosh.
The exact origins behind the creation of this video are uncertain.
Please tell me he... No.
Sure is cold out here. We'll use some to keep me warm right now. Got some food.
Oh, he's just pretending, okay. He's just pretending. I thought he was gonna really dig up his fucking dog. Rubs the lotion on the skin. I remember that.
There we are. All nice and snugly warm. And cozy. Thank you, Patty. Now we are together forever.
Sorry.
Would you fuck me, 789 Chen? I'd fuck me.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. He should have played Goodbye Horses.
To meet Christian's demands before he revealed more information about the trolls, a falsified response video from Surfshack Tito was soon created, using the bare belly taken from a video by YouTuber Mr. Pregnant as the visual element over a voiceover allegedly provided by Tito himself.
I'll get you the money. I'll get you the $1,000 and the interest. Just don't release that video with the picture of me. Just don't do any
That's
more,
hilarious.
man. I'll do anything. I'll be a slave for a whole week if I have to. I got people after me. I can't have them finding out who I am. Just.
On August 10th, Chris recorded a video responding to Surfshack Tito's response.
You made a wise decision, Don. As long as I get the money before the end of the month, I will withhold the photographs and the other information. I can promise you that. But, Mr. Deadline, and you certainly don't have to be my slave for a week. I mean, aside from the slave laws and everything. Anyway,
I don't know,
apparently
Sega
I have learned from my esteemed colleague that Thor, Master Jeremy, is still not convinced that I mean business. Well, just to show you, Jeremy, that I mean business, I'm gonna reveal a little bit more about you. Here is a close-up, another close-up of that photograph zoomed in on your pizza face. And we know that the atheist does not like having his mind changed about God. I mean, I gotta tell you, man, God is all-powerful. How do you think the earth was created aside from the Big Bang? Who had to put the Big Bang together? God. And I know from my Bible, my hand on it, that between him and Jesus, they're pretty powerful. They're pretty powerful individuals. And I believe in them. They have, I mean, Jesus has done a lot with his miracles before he had to weigh the cross, which I just empathize with him on that. I mean, it's like I could feel the thorns that were plowed through his hands and his feet. Thorn crowns. Empathy is a powerful thing. But I certainly would not want to be an atheist, because if I don't have God or Jesus on by my side, I would be more lost than I was considerably beforehand. Atheists are the devil spawning, as it would seem. And I certainly would not want to be amongst them when they are run out of town with the pitchforks and the haste and the fire. As a believer, I would either be I would more likely be the peacemaker, but I certainly wouldn't mind being one with a pitchfork, following the crowd and pushing the atheist out of town. Your move.
Your move, he
Because
says.
if you don't respond by the 31st,
There's a Netflix series based on Chris Chan who would play Chris Chan. I don't know.
I
Jack
mean
Black,
business.
I guess. I don't know.
check your privileges.
We all know there never would be, though.
This was soon followed by a video clarifying the supposed ex-girlfriend status of the wallflower, brought about by a reference to her in an earlier
Wallflower. We
video.
hadn't talked about her
in the
forever.
recent video where I mentioned that
Rosie O'Donnell
was
would play
my
Chris Chan.
ex-girlfriend.
I could see
I
that.
did not mean that the way it sounded. I meant the term loosely, as in that she was a girl and that she was a friend of mine. But then because of what happened soon after, or near the end of the friendship, she dumped me
The guy
as a
played
friend
Mall
and
Cop?
doesn't
When's the
want
last time he
want
did?
anything
That's
to do
Kevin
with
James,
me
right?
Ever again.
What's the last movie he did?
And also, just an additional note to Don over there. If he wants to keep me updated more quickly instead of recording new videos, he may still contact me at my AOL address, of which him, as well as the majority of the other trolls, are aware of. Yes. Dang it! I'm losing my.
What's up, Oscar? How's it going?
There. But I
Good
am
to see
very
you, man.
serious on getting justice. What I've been waiting for.
You don't think
for the
Jack
past
Black
4
wants to
years.
touch this one? Yo, likely not.
Anyway, with that, I also would like to mention that I rarely do not check my voicemails. Pretty much I check them when they exceed like 10 or so, because I'm still paranoid of people abusing me over the phone lines. Yeah. So I just leave y'all with that for this. Have a good day.
On August 12th, Chris made a video exposing what he believed to have been Thorg's true identity. The person showcased was in fact Finnish internet user Kimmo
Yeah, I knew it
KM,
was that
whose
dude.
likeness was used in a popular internet-based image macro.
This is his trolling persona photograph. And of course, here's the full photograph, of which I have shown previously in full persona. Troll alias Thor. Real name, Jeremy Sloan White. Resides in Vancouver, BC, Canada. Occupation, employee over at a GameStop over there. Age
GameStop.
32. He is a single virgin. He was responsible for leaking the tomboys and tomgirls of Virginia to the public through the quickie, photoshopping me into a gay bar, which Clyde Cash uploaded to a billboard in New York.
It'd have to be somebody like Nick Swartzen.
He participated in the trolling train. He contributed bad things into my mailbag on the Wikipedia and general YouTube.
The Wikipedia. I've been checking the Wikipedia out regularly now.
We have 2 more photographs of Master Jeremy Sloan White. What an ugly son of a bitch. Really ugly. Eh. And then here's a more recent one where he plays atheist against me. Everybody, please feel free to troll Mr. Jeremy Sloan White, age 32, in Vancouver, BC, Canada, at the
I'll get that
GameStop
picture
of
of
which
you.
he works at. Atheist, be gone! And then right after that, everybody can stay tuned for next trolling. Next troll I will be reviewing a little bit of info of, which, now if you excuse me, I'm gonna go fix my teeth with a bottle of Jack.
On that same day, he recorded a video of himself
TikTok,
reciting a poem he had written for Jackie.
Kesha,
Okay.
what's up, Hugo?
Anyway, the red-maned deer, from me, written yesterday on the 11th, came to me while I was waking up. The red-maned deer is quite an elusive, majestic creature of any forest of this planet Earth, and even of the universe. Her dazzling coat not only keeps her warm, but beautiful with sexy flair. She has eyes of green, like a slice of lime. Her snout is so cute, like a bunny or a kitten, and her smile and voice truly cute and sweet like a lute. I trekked after her for months, keeping observation and camouflage. She has an interesting family, including her birth mother and a father a step away.
What kind of drugs did he take?
They treat
None.
her sadly like a Cinderella, keeping her from seeing her prince.
He's mentally
One
challenged,
day,
man.
as I followed, too much to my surprise, she turns her head and looks directly at me. I hid for a short moment until she spoke, in my language very clear. Come out, my dear watcher.
I have not
I have
played
been
Dead
very
Island 2
aware of
yet.
you all
I don't
these
get to
months.
really play games off
I've watched
stream.
you as you rested and dined of the forest fruits. Please come closer. Stroke my coat and mane.
I didn't
Allow
buy it
me
on
to
console. I
admire
got a
your face,
PC code sent
close
to me
to
though,
mine.
which I haven't gotten to check it out. I was out of town at a convention this weekend, guys, so
Smooth as silk.
that's why I hadn't streamed
Her mane
or
brushing my
made
fingers
videos
like a
over the
spring
weekend.
Breeze. I looked into her eyes as she to mine. Entranced with her temptation and beauty, I was truly surprised when she kissed me deep. Damn. And then I kissed her back, and we made truest sweet love. This was in fact not an act of bestiality, for you see, the red-maned deer I have been communicating with and tracking is really my womanly sweetheart named Jacqueline Rami. I love
He's
you.
still in love with Jacqueline Rami. Kiss the
With
camera.
Chris's recent reemergence back into the internet spotlight, trolls and onlookers felt like they were experiencing a return of old norms. Yet another sweetheart saga, alongside another ploy to
sweetheart
defeat
saga.
the troll.
All right, let me get the next part done. We got one. I got one more in me. One more in me. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't. There's no excuse not to. All right, quit fucking around. Hit that like. We're going to be starting part 36. I got one more in me. and we'll check it out. So here we go.
On August 16th, 2011, Christian uploaded a YouTube video in which he demonstrates how he puts on makeup.
Now it's
Great
time for
makeup tutorial.
tips. I like to start
I love that song.
by putting on some of the old foundation. I go with my own skin tone, which was recommended to me by the person, the woman who served me over at the makeup parlor known as Sephora. Just put some right here and get the majority of my face.
But nothing goes close to the
Pardon me while I powder my nose. Definitely kills the shine, and you don't want a reflective nose.
Puts makeup. Makeup
That's,
tutorial.
mascara.
With your popsicle.
I mainly like to focus on the upper eyelashes because the lower ones are more difficult to do, really.
I don't know shit about makeup, so
And then I like to
I won't judge them for the
apply the
makeup.
old eyeshadow, but first I gotta apply some
Yeah, he's
primer
saying he's still
onto
hetero.
my eyelids.
Oh yeah,
And,
Katy Perry's
optionally,
gorgeous.
use eyeliner. I should have done that before I applied eyeshadow. It goes on the edge of the
Hey Ho
eyelid.
Studios is just giving the greatest gift of them all, an ABE membership. Exactly.
And lastly, I like to apply some
Falcro in the
apply
house,
some lipstick.
dishing out them
This is a
ABE
no-brainer.
memberships. Oh my goodness me. A nice cheese pizza. Just for
And then to give them a little shine, I just apply some lip gloss.
yeah.
And that's
Big
a,
ups
and
to
that's pretty much a
Falcro.
basic way on of
Big
applying
ups to
makeup.
Falcro.
Some
You know who this person is, but yikes.
Taka sent ya.
Just go with it.
This was quickly followed by a video in which he calls out the troll, Jack Thaddeus, after he had been falsely told
And
by
my Rumble
supposed
channel's
tomboys
starting
and
to pick up
tomgirls
some
with
fucking
tech-savvy
steam, y'all.
friends that the man behind that persona was in fact Ahuvia Harrell, a transgender in mid-transition at the time, who, like Chris, was labeled by online communities as a lolcow, or a person who often executed laughable antics in public and online, and in turn was mocked and ridiculed.
I felt it was appropriate to dress in my feminine attire as you can see fit.
Big yikes.
Because I am definitely calling out
It's
one
like, oh me,
Jack
oh
Thaddeus,
my.
and we happen to share similar common interests, a few of which we both accept the adjective of being called trannies, except for him, he's just going through the whole gender changing operation. Yeah, slopping off his dick and putting on the old.
Don't do this angle. That's the basic instinct angle,
I
isn't
am
it?
not. I would never do that. I would never do that.
Okay, so
have a sex change operation.
said
I'm
he would
proud to
never
be
get the
a
surgery,
male,
alright.
and I'm even more proud to be a tom girl.
Proud to be a tom
And we
girl.
both are into femdom, which is female domination.
What's up, Rich?
Oh yeah, I'd like to get smacked by
No
a
notification? Yeah, no notification. I uploaded
Yes.
3 or 4 times
His
today,
case
so
of
it only
him,
allows certain
having
amount.
his
So,
operations and going through
what's
it.
up, Fig Vania?
I feel that he would definitely
At least you came and physically
not be
checked.
considered
There's not always going to be a
any
notification
at all
on YouTube,
a woman
but
whatsoever. He just only fashionably looks
Discord
like a
definitely
woman,
sends them out if
with
you
the parts and
have
whatnot.
notifications
He
for
does
the
not
Live
have-
Now
he says he would
tab.
not have a uterus, and he would have no reproductive organs. I mean,
What's up,
I
Anthony?
want to have children someday. Obviously, he don't.
Oh, Anthony's late too.
And,
I'm sorry.
Also, my associate that gave me the information.
What's up,
on
RWK?
him, he
Yeah, if
pretty
you go to
much,
the
he
Discord,
pretty
you
much
follow
pointed
this,
out
the
calling
Live
him
Now section
Tom Girl, but you know what?
and have alerts
He's
set for
not
that.
a
It'll
Tom
always
Girl
get
at all.
one.
He's just a full-blown gay. Everybody,
Even if
everybody
YouTube
who hates,
doesn't.
Everybody who is a homophobe, go ahead and call him on it. Call Ahuvia a goddamn homo. Homo.
Good for Richard Houston coming. I didn't record that much, but I was gonna put something on the second channel. I didn't really record much.
I want
Yeah, we're in the Super Chan stuff.
Mr.
He's a
Ahuvia
Tom girl now.
to make the public apologies for all the things he has done against me. Shoot, I forgot to write him down. But he knows what he did.
He knows what he did.
He has pestered me and
Velcro with a gift.
and blackmailed me to
Gifted
do
membership to somebody else now. Nice.
Anyway,
So I think Falcro is doing
25-year-old
a membership at
Ahuvia.
every 10 likes. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
Homo.
So I think if we hit 50 likes, he might gift somebody else a membership.
We do agree on being cross-dressers.
He then shows a
And
small
if
portion
you
of a
aren't a
photo
member
of
yet
Ahuvia's
and you
face.
want to consider joining,
Anyway,
there's
he
a
just
join
does
button down
he just
below.
does a terrible
I had
job in
a
contradicting,
member stream for
quote-unquote,
the
cross-dressing,
APE
because,
Nation
I mean,
Plus
look at that
members
stubble on his face.
Thursday.
And then look at me all over. I take the time to shave
It
myself.
was pretty fun. Power went out midway through it, and then I had to do a different one. But it was still pretty cool. We'll be doing exclusive videos and content as well.
So yeah, Ahuvia, make your apology video. Leave the internet. Leave me, my family, and my friends at peace. You have till the 10th of September of this year
No problem, Melinda.
to
Thank you.
upload your video of apology for all the wrongs you have done to me, which I will list in the description a little later. Good day.
4 days later, he made a video directed at the troll known as Thorg, in which he raps about wristwatches, possibly making fun of his supposed obsession.
Here's a little something dedicated to Master Thorg. Wrist, 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 wrist,
Wrist,
wrist,
wrist,
wrist,
wrist,
wrist,
wrist.
wrist, I say the wrist, 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 I say the wrist, wristwatches, wristwatches, wrist, I say the wristwatches, wristwatches,
Wristwatches. I like it.
Wrist, I say the wrist, I say the wristwatches.
After this video, Chris was told that Thorg decided to permanently retire from the internet.
8BE Santa. Yeah,
On
Falcro
August
is the 8BE
23rd,
Santa.
Chris recorded another video targeting Jack Thaddeus.
I
Jack
have heard that I have
Thaddeus.
not seen any response from Mr. Jack Thaddeus, as Aussie is known as Ahuvia. So therefore, I will reveal a little bit more information about him, starting with another portion of the photograph.
New intro song.
He was
Can you
definitely
imagine I used the
responsible for
wristwatch
hacking
song as my intro?
hacking the network accounts. Probably had a hand in that blackout a few months ago. And he blackmailed me into humping my console. And he said to be disgusting ads on the Wikipedia, as well as other trolling schemes within the past couple of years. Oh yes, he is a communist.
The glasses
and
for
we do
eating
not
people
like
on?
communists
Those are
within
Dahmer
this
glasses, aren't
country.
they?
We are Republican, Democrat, or neutral. And I am neutral, so I can go either way. But I do not exactly care much for communism. We do not like to stand under one ruler. It is very unruly and stupid. I will give a Heil, right in the Fuhrer's face. Heil, right in the Fuhrer's face. And he's definitely never going to be a female, truly, in that sense, in female dominance. He has to get a real woman to come in order to do that. He still lives in Pennsylvania. Still a homo.
Still a homo.
25 years old. Ahuvia!
Does he ever run out of energy? No.
The video was soon removed from YouTube for hate speech.
Hate speech.
In response, Ahuvia Harel himself made a video addressing Chris's remarks about him.
You know, I'm happy. I'm happy to be Ahuvia Harel. You, however, you're not happy being yourself.
This
You
is
can't
his
be
new
yourself.
nemesis?
You keep being locked into this idea.
Why'd he dress like he's in the fucking military?
You know, it's the straight male-female binary way you have to live, or it's no way at all.
I wonder what this guy's doing
As
now.
someone who's a male-to-female transgender and who is pansexual, this means, Chris, I love everyone regardless
Oh,
of
that's
their
a
gender identity.
male to female or female to male?
I love everyone. That's something you are incapable of.
Oscar. Hashtag Oscar Perez. Thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate that.
His next
Oscar
calling out
Perez
video
tipped
was directed
$3.
at the troll behind
Thanks
the Julie
for
and
the
Blue
beer
Spike
fund.
personas, wrongly believing
Thank you
they
so
were
much, man. I
portrayed by
appreciate
gaming
that.
lolcow David Harlow,
Hashtag
also
Oscar
known
Perez
as
in the
Ness
chat,
Helper.
please.
Julie! Julie! It's Ian Brandon Anderson! Julie! Hello, Ian. What is your last name, Brandon Anderson? Julie!
He sounds like Pee Wee Herman when he's yelling like that.
And that's who we are calling out next. The person who pretended to be an adult woman, but yet was a little brat. He was also known as with his alias Mats and Blue Spike, but his real name is David, and he lives in California.
California.
Don't know as much as his age, but he's at least 13 years old. And guess what? He is confirmed to have Asperger's.
Asperger's.
And I don't care much for Aspergians, and I do not care to be associated with them, and I do not accept the scientific fact that autism is linked to Asperger's at any time. And of course, he
He's
was
still on
responsible
that.
for that Julie fiasco, making me drive all the way to Cleveland, Ohio, and cutting up the second medal, and
That sounds like Popeye.
and he likes big rooms, and he has no job, and he is also a gamer. Here is a close-up, featured from his photograph. Look at his buck teeth! Or at least a gap between his teeth. That's a big gap. Look at how big that gap is. Huh? Gap teeth. Buck teeth? Perhaps. But definitely a gap. And, Mr. David, you have until September 15th to come up with the apology video and leave me and my family and my friends at peace. Oh, and
So
also
now
in
he's
the
suddenly
apology
just attacking
video,
trolls.
tell everyone
Or who he
to
thinks is
stop
trolls with
making
fake
phone
info, I
calls
guess. I don't
to
know.
me that said,
He suddenly started going after them.
and
Julie!
get rid and make sure that nobody ever calls me Ian Brandon Everson ever again, because that is not my name.
Yeah, the internet's his only outlet. You're not fucking wrong.
You have until
Whether they're
September
friend or
15th.
foe.
This video too was removed
He's
for
turning
hate
into the
speech.
villain.
The final video of the day was dedicated to an unknown person who gifted him a laptop.
And now at this moment, I would like to express a note of gratitude to a fan from the state
Somebody
of
donated a
NC
laptop.
for sending me his or her old laptop computer.
Make sure there's no fucking
Secondhand,
illegal
but it
things
worked
on
very
it.
well. I had it checked, and it contains no viruses. But still, I upgraded it, and it is better. It is like brand new. So thank you very much, fan from North Carolina, for sending me the laptop.
the laptop.
And if anybody else wishes to contribute towards the execution of trolls and cyberbullies so that nobody else will have to be victim, you may feel free to contribute in any way that you see fit.
The laptop.
Generously and pleasantly. Thank you very much.
On August 28th, Quickie user Dinglebear leaked an unreleased video from Chris via the YouTube account Quickville Productions. In the video, Christian plays the metal version of the theme song of the video game The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim by S-Beast on Guitar Hero, and acts victorious, possibly over the allegation that Thord had quit the internet. How Dinglebear acquired the video is uncertain.
From jerk ops to the laptop. I like how he uses the Guitar Hero guitar still. What's up, classic Vigil? Good rock kick, though? I mean...
Hello, Ian!
Not wrong.
What is your last name? Brandon Anderson!
This is 36, episode 36, I think. Julie!
Exaggerations! False implications! Taking truths out of context, blankets out of context! Never the quick game, no matter what! If you ask questions, ask me universally!
There was no time to do a watch along this weekend of this. It was Retropalooza.
The next day, Dinglebear released another video from Chris. This time, a response to Ahovia Harrell's response to his video.
First off, I am heterosexual. I am straight. That's just the way I am. It's not a have-to situation. I've rarely seen it that way. I have at one point, but guess what? I've seen the other viewpoints, and they did not fare to me so much. They mostly grossly me out. Therefore, that is what I am, and I am happy to stay that way, and I want to continue to be heterosexual. I am happy with myself there.
I want to continue to be heterosexual.
And I will admit that with other people, there are differences that I feel most uncomfortable about and around, such as, yes, gays, well, gay men anyway. I like lesbians. Smokers, definitely the smokers. Can anybody tell me why smoking isn't stupid? I don't think so. But that does not define me as an uncaring and cold-hearted person. I have empathy. I can put myself in other people's shoes and see how they would feel if my responses into whatever situations. And yet while you may or may not have empathy as well, Ahuvia, I feel you to still be a typical, non-understanding pig.
Pig.
I would travel outside of the state or wherever if I could, but my parents are both old. My father is ill. He's sickly. He has feet bloatings. And he has ailments that doctors are unable to determine. And at this point, he's now certified as a forced shut-in. He cannot get out so much because he feels so ill and sickly in his feet. And I do get out of my house. I go out here and there and everywhere, so don't tell me that I don't get out. I'm free as a bird, and this bird you cannot change.
This bird you cannot change.
Yes,
Leonard
that's
Skinner.
from Leonard Skynyrd, and I like that song.
Skynyrd? He said Skynyrd?
And listen, I want you to listen to me here. I am all for equality, but there is a limit. I do not want to be forced or intimidated into or bullied into lifestyles that I just not am of or feel comfortable around. But I'm still going to feel most uncomfortable around homosexual dudes, regardless. And just most other males in general. Hell, I probably won't even have a bachelor party because I don't know so many males. I'll probably be having a bachelor party mostly constituted with those within my congregation who I'm only acquainted with like one or two of. Hell, I would even appreciate having a bachelor party where I had all my gal pals come and hold it for me.
Bachelor party with gal
bachelor
pals?
party where it was... Shoot, I'm trying to think of the word, you know. Well, anyway, with mostly women. Because I feel more comfortable around women. Platonic, that's the word I would use. The party would be platonic. So I would say.
See, he puts himself
good
in the
luck
fucking
being a
friend
fake
zone
woman
by
because
hanging out
you'll
with
never
women.
be able to achieve true femdom. And you'll always be a dang homosexual male because you were born that way. You're gonna stay that way pretty much, even if you have your dick either chopped off or tucked in. People are still gonna look at you so ill in the majority of this country. Anyway, that's my response for now. Damn homo.
The following day, Dinglebear leaked one last video in which Chris reveals
I like
what
how
he believes
both
to
of
be
y'all
Alec
spelt
Benson
the
Leary's
dongo
true
wrong.
identity. Christopher Paul Whitney, better known as morbidly obese YouTuber
First guy
Fat
said
Man,
duh
who made
dongo
videos
and
of
you say
himself
D
eating copious
dongo.
amounts of unhealthy foods while shirtless.
Guys, I have not heard anything from Alec Benson Leary, also known as Christopher, and the due date has been reached. It is time for total revelation. Alec Benson Leary. His real name is Christopher Paul Fat Man Whitney. From San Antonio, Texas. Age 36.
It's
unemployed and on
all
welfare.
O's. There's no A's, no
His
I's.
interests include
So
hot tubbing, video
D-O,
games, retirement,
D-O-N-G-O.
folk music,
Dodongo
theft
is how
and
you spell
fraud, milk, comics, and dip. And eating online. Yeah, he's that famous hot tubbing fat man on YouTube. Think it's fun, and guess what? Eating online.
it. I'll type in the
And
chat.
recently,
Everybody always
being
asks
all
about him and
block of
everything, and
cheese.
they're fans of him, but nobody spells it right. It's that.
Si Darcy. Si
Do Dongo.
Si Darcy. And now for the salt of the wound. I will be eating online for the this time, to be enjoyed. We are here a cheese stuffed microwavable pepperoni pizza and a can of tea.
I could use some pizza,
Let
man.
the feast begin.
He proceeds to eat a pizza on camera.
Cheesy goodness within the crust. That was good. Oh yeah. Si Darcy. Oh yeah. Si Darcy. Oh yeah. But big difference.
I wonder how many views Chris Chan would get on all these, like when they first came out. Did he have decent views
Believe it or
when the
not,
shit came out?
he's even fatter than Surf Shack Tito, of which he has.
Yeah, that's a pretty good Marge
line
Simpson poster,
with
I'm not gonna
his
lie.
apology video and left me the internet for good, so nothing else will be reviewed about him. So live in peace, Master Tito. But
You just
Christopher
said the magic
Paul,
word.
your big fat balloon has been deflated.
Jose Canseco bad.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
At around this time,
that's where
Chris
he gets the
produced some
nickname
more
from,
videos meant
Jeffro.
for Jackie, which were leaked at a much
That's where
later
he got
date.
the nickname from.
One featured him performing a cheerleader routine for her.
Rah, rah, ree. Kick him in the knee. Rah, rah, rah. Kick him in the other
Tell me you
knee.
didn't pay any money for this.
Just a little warm up. J A C K I E Jackie. Who's that girl who can't be beat? Jackie. Jackie. Who's that girl that she's so sweet? Jackie.
Really? He's cheerleading.
In another, he performs a stripping routine set to the song
Stripping
Fuck the
routine.
Pain Away by electronic
Fuck the
artist
Pain Away. I remember
Peaches.
Little tomboy
Fuck the
blue,
pain away.
come blow my horn.
I remember that song. Titties like you wanted me, yo.
All the time, like check out my pretty girlfriend, it's fine all the time. Like sex on the beaches. What else is in the teachers?
It's a tom girl.
What?
He can't live near school. He's a sex offender now. He has to live in a halfway house, actually.
Stop the pain away. Stop the pain away. Stop the pain away.
Yes.
Stop the pain away.
This is great.
Stop the pain away. Stop the
This
pain
is hilarious.
away. Stop the pain away. Stop the pain away.
See, Jackie tricked him again, I think.
In early
She wanted
September,
these requests.
Bob was rushed to Martha Jefferson Hospital for heart complications.
Aw,
It was
Bob's
later
gonna
revealed
die.
that he had to be placed in quarantine due to numerous bug bites all over his body caused by an infestation in their home. On September 4th, he celebrated his 84th birthday in an intensive care unit. On September 6th, Christian posted a public note on Facebook, which functioned as an online attraction sign, using the social media network as his form to seek out females. His specifications for
pizza on the
potential
toast
partner
oven?
included
Pizza's
being
good.
21 to 29 years old, cute, pretty, beautiful, or hot, between 4 feet 10 inches and 5 feet 10 inches, and well-informed to expert in sex. On that same day, Bob Chandler passed away from his heart difficulties.
Damn.
On the 7th, a bereaved Chris wrote an email to Jackie, trying to make sense of what happened. This is the last publicized correspondence between Jackie and Chris. I cannot get to sleep. My heavier cries for my father's passing is really hitting me
That's
bad.
the last
Suffice to
publicized
say,
correspondence
I'm
from her
feeling
and
through
Chris.
multiple emotions. I, like my mother, cannot believe he is gone. In a dream I had years ago, the Grim Reaper made an appearance. I asked him directly. I understand my dad does not have long to live, but I have to ask while you're here. When will you be taking my father? He informed me that he would not claim his soul until the year 2015. So I've known since before 2005 that Robert had a good number of years left. 2015. Damn you, Reaper. This is 2011. I was promised that we'd be blessed with Father's presence for 4 more years. I was promised. Sigh. Upon assuming his responsibilities of household finances, bill paying, and helping my mother, I started reading his payment plan binder, figured out his chart organization, and got started okay with a better informed mind. I've been emotionally comforting to my mom and keeping her straight as she is still feeling drunk-like weird, lonely, and sad. When I have my moment, I'm able to share a smile with her. Currently, she's sleeping in comfort up in my room, with a CD of big band romance tracks my Aunt Harriet offered to Robert for his 84th. At least now I have finally confirmed that you, a shorter-than-me woman, can crash on my couch and I would take the bed without having feet hit me. I mean, I'm uncertain my bed is wide enough for 2. I'll check in again later. Love you, Jackie. Chrissy. Also around this time, Chris had a phone conversation with a troll, possibly with Jackie, throughout which he cried and sobbed, talking about his father. The call was recorded, but the trolls involved decided not to release it out of respect.
Wow, I'm
and
glad
now
they
the
didn't
recording
release
is either
that.
still kept in secret by a select few head trolls or lost entirely. From the 10th to the 19th of September, the quickie closed down and redirected to a page which simply stated Robert Franklin Chandler Jr., 1927 to 2011. Back at home, Barbara and Christian collaborated in writing an obituary for Bob, which was published in 2 local papers. He was born on September 4th, 1927, in Texas, the son of the late Robert Franklin Chandler Sr. and Jean Holloman Chandler. On June 7, 1980, he married Barbara Ann Weston, who survives, and the couple
Yeah,
gave
this
birth
is
to a
sad.
son, Christian Weston Chandler, who survives. Also surviving is ex-wife Patricia, and their shared children, son Dr. David Allen Chandler, survives, and daughter Carol Suzanne Chandler, survives. He graduated from Auburn University with a degree in engineering. He served in the United States Army Seoul, Korea in the Signal Corps during the Korean War.
Nice.
He worked for General
Korean
Electric
vet, I
as an
didn't know that.
engineer with steels, plastics, etc. He also had patents for the controls for plastic molding machines. Without him, we would not have even a simple plastic funnel. Also surviving are granddaughter, Savannah Chandler, the daughter of David Allen Chandler, and his wife, Kimberly. A funeral service will be held at Monticello Memory Gardens in Charlottesville, Virginia, 10 a.m., Monday, September 12, 2011. A memorial service to follow on a later date at Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church. Instead of flowers, you may make monetary donations to his widow, Barbara Chandler, and son, Christian Chandler. During the funeral service on September 12th, it is known that Dr. David Chandler, Bob's son from his first marriage, came to pay his condolences.
Oh, wow.
Chris gave presents to him and also for his daughter, Savannah. Bob's daughter Carol, however, was not present for the service. Robert was cremated, and his remains were placed in a columbarium niche, with plans for Barbara to share that space when the time came. At around this time, a person aware of Chris Chan took a photo of him while he was returning to his car. This was quickly shared on the Quickie. Meanwhile, a troll submitted one of Chris's earliest Sonichu drawings to the publisher of the comic Slylock Fox and Comics for Kids, and was printed in thousands of newspapers on September 25th as a hand-picked featured example of a budding child artist, credited to Christian Weston Chandler, age 9. On October 16th, Chris listed an old CRT TV set for sale on the classifieds advertisement website, Craigslist. In the description, he described it as being an optimal television for watching sporting events, movies, television shows, and more on. He wanted to sell it for at least $250. It is unconfirmed if anyone
God, the
bought
trolls
the TV
gave
set.
him space for his dad's death.
On October
At least they
28th,
could fucking
possibly
do
while
right.
out shopping, Barbara and Chris happened to cross The Game Place, which had a banner placed across the top of the entrance, which said that the store had come under new ownership of Mike and Madeline. Wondering if the Mike in question was in fact manager Michael Snyder, they went inside to have a look. They spotted Snyder, who promptly asked them to leave. Chris took a picture of Michael and the interior of the store with his Nintendo 3DS. Snyder accompanied them back to their car, wherein Chris took 2 more photos of him. What happened next isn't quite clear, but whatever transpired resulted in both Christian and Barbara getting individually charged with a Class 5 felony, failing to stop after hitting Michael Snyder. It is thought that the 2 felony charges meant that one of them was driving the car when they hit Snyder, then Chris and Barbara switched seats and struck him again. They tried to flee the scene, but were stopped by police. They were questioned about what had happened and were about to arrest Christian, but his mother tried to stop them, which earned her another felony charge, assaulting a law enforcement official. They were both promptly arrested and sent to jail. They were bailed out the following day by Chris's pastoral counselor, Rocky Shoemaker. On November 1st, Michael Snyder filed a civil suit against the Chandlers and was later granted a preliminary protective order against them, meaning that they were prohibited from engaging in any threatening behavior toward him. 3 days later, Chris uploaded the 3 photos he took of Snyder onto the Quickie and added captions mocking his weight and calling him a child-molesting Jew, with the word Jew crossed out and then replaced with Gentile. On November 7th, Barbara and Chris appeared in court to be formally charged with the 3 felonies, in addition to 2 misdemeanors committed by Chris, which were assault and battery, possibly against Snyder, and trespassing. While in church, Chris was recommended to hire politician Rob Bell, Republican member of the Virginia House of Delegates, to be their defense attorney. It was later revealed that Bob had left his family with an inheritance of tens of thousands of dollars, but Barbara decided to spend it all to hire Bell as their lawyer.
Wow, so their
On the
inheritance
19th,
went gone?
An audio advertisement for Sweetheart, which Christian had made over 3 years prior, was discovered and shared online. Its exact purpose or intended use is unknown.
My name is Christian. I'm currently 26 years old. I'm looking for a boyfriend-free woman to be my sweetheart from the ground up. Preferably one who's, never mind about preferences. But anyway, definitely smoke-free, non-alcoholic. And, just an honest, good girl to be my sweetheart, to be a sweetheart quality. So, send me a message if you're interested. Have a good day.
On December 8th, a troll under the guise of a court-appointed psychiatrist called Rocky Shoemaker and discovered some previously undisclosed information about the Chandlers.
Hello?
Oh, good afternoon. Is this Miss Shoemaker?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. My name is Dr. Perrin. I was appointed by the court to give an assessment of Chris's mental health. Have you been aware of any of this?
No, I don't have any authorization to talk to anybody about this.
Oh, well, he suggested that we give you a call. You've been his pastoral counselor for some time.
Yeah, but I would have to see something in writing simply because I have been getting a lot of unauthorized phone calls.
From the court or from this office?
From people claiming to be part of all this.
They then begin to discuss a possible meeting taking place at the Chandler residence.
Well, I don't know. He's requested that we liaise there, and Mr. Bell seems to have gone along with it.
Oh, he is meeting you at his home?
Yes.
Like
I said, it was a little unorthodox.
It not only would be unorthodox, but I think you'll have a very difficult time getting anything done in that home.
Well,
simply because I have things I know about the conditions of the home.
Personally, I wouldn't have a problem with even seeing the address itself to get a kind of understanding of the perspective from Christian's angle.
Mm-hmm. They are having an infestation problem in that home.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and the health department has already visited there.
She's giving way too much info without knowing if it was verified or not.
Probably not be a
she
real
asked
wise
him
place
for
you to
proof,
go.
and then she's still giving
Are they
info
still living
about
there,
shit
or
anyway.
have they taken up alternate accommodation? Because according to
poor lady,
Mr.
she's
Bell
like an
and
old lady,
Christian, they were still
doesn't
living
know
there.
better about the internet.
Yeah, they are still living there.
Well, that shouldn't be at all.
No, it shouldn't. And the social services and the health department have been a part of that.
I'm not happy to hear about this infestation problem, though, especially with Christian the way he is.
This has been a situation ongoing over many months, and
she was cautious.
Christian seems to feel that he has stayed away from it, but that requires him to stay just in one room.
The infestation.
I don't think Christian would be comfortable with me coming there.
Personally, I have no problem going down there myself. I'm sure I've seen far worse places, whatever kind of infestations are going on. But I was kind of hoping that we could have counted on your support to come along, if only to sort of handle the introductions in a personal way with somebody that Christian already knows.
Yeah, I would not think that would be a good place to do the interview. They're going to be defensive.
Well,
they're going to be trying to protect you from.
Yes.
The nurses that went out there found that a very difficult place to try to work with them.
Which nurses were these?
Public health nurses.
Now, how long ago was that? Was that fairly recent?
That was around the time of his father's death. They were out there because of patient discharge procedures and such. And
She's spilling the beans anyway. Why did she need no verification?
Christian
because of it. No, Christian's father.
Oh. So he contracted something from the infestation?
He had bug bites all over him.
Good God. Well, that's all right. I think the best way to proceed, if you could speak with your church outreach group, and if you could try and find some temporary accommodation for Christian and his mother, just until the court case is over, and we can perhaps see if we can get the state to fund a cleanup or something in the property, because that's quite horrendous.
I really doubt that they would receive that offer at all. They have not received help from social services.
Well, you can understand why it would be in Christian's best interest if you could do that, because if he was to go to the court and they were to present an assessment that he was living in such conditions along with his mother, then it would not fare well on him at all, and they would perhaps be completely evicted from the property, and that wouldn't be in their interests even in the least.
Yeah, I can see your point, and I'll certainly talk with Mr. Bell about whether he would rather see Christian in such a situation.
So perhaps we could do that. All right, I've got to be getting off, but thank you very much for speaking.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
God damn. I was not expecting any of that.
With his father's death, for the most part, trolls decided to leave Chris completely alone and not intrude in his affairs, silencing his online world. But his run-ins with the law caused many eyes to turn their gaze back onto him, and whether he was conscious of it or not, Christian would soon show that the internet spotlight was too alluring for him to stay away for good.
Yeah, she did sound like she gave up on the family a little bit, didn't she? That was a pretty intense little call there, though, man. She revealed a lot. Wow, that part went by pretty fast, guys. I'm gonna call it a night, though. I do appreciate you guys. We didn't reach 50 likes. We were 4 away from 50. We were 4 away from 50 likes. I uploaded like 3 or 4 videos today. Make sure you go and check those out. Comment, share, like, help get the channel boosted in the algorithm. I would appreciate that. Oh, Falco gifted another membership. Let's see who gets it. Let's see who gets this membership. Ninja Tanuki. Nice. Thank you so much, Falco. Thank you so much. Falco just gifted another membership, so I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for kicking it with me. Make sure you go check my videos out and stuff. I'm gonna have a few videos coming out tomorrow too. So I do appreciate you guys and appreciate the support and the hanging out with me and everything like that. So yeah, I will see y'all again, and you guys take care.